Hello, welcome to Miemie's Keepsakes and Dephemerember 2023. We are on the second prompt today, and it is Salvaged Birds. And I thought, so yesterday it was butterfly and three torn things, and I have to say, since I'm not an expert on mixed media or all of this stuff, I do think I had a bit of struggled a little bit. Anyway, we're going to try it again today, and I think what I want to do is maybe do the background first and then decide. So for Salvaged Birds, I thought, I'm not exactly sure what they wanted from that, but I am going to focus on Salvaged Petipa as my background, and that would be the salvaged part. And then the birds, I have this kit that I've had for the longest times. It's bird fussy cut stickers from Magical Craftery. Put that in my description box. So it has a lot of fussy cuts of beautiful birds, and it's that kind of vintage color, not too bright. I will have two of that one. So I thought I will do the background first today and then decide on which one of these birds will go on my tag, and then maybe this time my bird will show up a little bit more than the butterfly did yesterday. So let's see how far I get with that. And the other thing that I thought is, you know how when Louisa uses the distress inks, she gets all these beautiful reactions with the water, which I didn't get yesterday. So I was wondering, maybe it was because I put the inks on my glass mat, added water, and then to the paper. So today I'm going to do it the other way around, or not add water first, add the inks to my paper, and then do water on top, and maybe that makes the difference. We'll see. So I'm going to start with Salvaged Petipa because I want to kind of make that the main color for my background, and I'm thinking I probably want to make a tag today and not a journaling card, but I am going to make it bigger than I probably want because I want to, then I can decide what I want in the end, what parts I want to use. And this is Mermaid Lagoon, just adding some different blues in here, just get rid of some of the white in the background, and then I'm going to do some of the tea dye in here as well. And I am not an expert in this, like Louisa knows exactly, or not exactly, but she has a very, very good idea if you've watched her videos on how these inks reacts and what colors they turn into when you add water. All those things, I have no idea. I usually just use my inks to stamp and you know, put ink on the edges, things like that. And I definitely do know that these inks are capable of way more than that. I just don't know exactly how to achieve that. So let's see what I can do today. This one is Walnut Stain, and I want the Walnut Stain maybe just on the edges, and I'll add a little bit. Again, I do not know how they will react to when I add the water. Oh, I'm just going to, oh, that was too dark. That wasn't the idea. So let's see what we can do for a background for a tag. And instead of spraying, I think what I want to try is maybe see if I can get bigger splatters on here. That I think I'm going to spray, just because there's a lot of brown there on one spot. Maybe I'll try to do some splatters here and see what happens. See, even there where I'm adding more water on top of water, there's little dots. Love that. I'm hoping I can get something out of this. Maybe do add some water here and there. Let's do some there at the edge there. See, yes, there it reacts really well. Okay, maybe I'll add some water there. And should I take some of the water away now? If I can find my whites. Oh, there it is. Maybe I'll take some water away here. Here. Oh, I do like that. I wonder if I go in and add more of this on here and then add water. That makes any difference. I kind of would like if the water and the brown reacted a little bit more. See how that makes a... Oh, wrong brush. Let's see if I can get some brown in here and then have the brown just... Okay, I'm going to dry that and see if I can keep some of that without... And then again on this side I want to maybe just play around with the two blues mostly, and the two browns that I have here, Walnut Stain and the tea dye, and just a little bit of blue in there. Let's see, I just want the back of the tag, or I think it will be a tag depending on the size of bird that I want on here. Just maybe have this. Should take my water bottle out in front of the light. It's very dark and gloomy outside, so I'm sorry. I do have to apologize for the light and the shades, shadows, and what have you. I'm sitting next to a window, but I don't think it's helping me at all today. I'm wondering if I just do some blue in here, because I do want to bend that over a little bit. So we'll play with the back. Maybe I like the back more than the front, who knows? Let's see if we can just have some water stains on here and some reaction again. Okay, let's try that. Doesn't really react a lot. Do I need more water? Okay, like I say, this is all an experiment, so let's try again. So this I do like. I can see a lot of reaction to the water here. You can see that and that. I do like that. So I'm thinking, let's just ink the edge up. I might just keep this whole thing because I do like how it turned out with walnut. I'm just inking the edges with Walnut Stain. I almost don't want to lose any of the reactions. The ink is honestly, it's so much fun to see how the ink is reacting while you're drying. And even on this side, got some really nice reactions here with some of this water splatters. Okay, so now I wanted to just bring some of this up so it looks like it's been torn out of the book and not just nice and flat. Again, this is from the book, like a mixed media sketchbook kind of book, paper. Got this book, my friend Dagmar gave it to me last time I went to visit her. Thank you, Dagmar. It's coming in very handy. Okay, let me just dry everything up. And so I think the next thing I need to decide is my bird. What do I want on here? I kind of need a big one. The brown would show up. The blues I think will just blend in. These are too small. These are bigger. That black one might be nice too. That's too blue. Orange and blue. That one might show up too with the flowers. Might be a bit different. Too small, and I already looked at that one. Okay, so let's decide on a bird, and maybe I can take away the glass mat because it does give a glare. I needed a lot of lights at the moment. I need a lot of light because it is so gloomy and dark outside. This, I'm just going to kind of cut it out roughly so I have an idea of how big it will be and how it would look against the background. I think the black one might be a little small. And then the other one I was thinking of is this brown one. But again, I feel like it might be blending in too much because I do have the brown in the background. I think I like this one the best. Oh, one of those two. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Let's not make it too difficult and just make a decision and decorate the tag. Like I said, I was or decorate, I don't know, this would probably be another journaling card or a tuck spot, big tuck spot or something, because I actually now do not want to cut away from this background. I like the edges the most, so I'm going to keep it. We'll make a tag on another day. I think I'm going to cut that away. Don't know why that is there. It's just bird isn't sitting on that. Maybe it was part of a different bird and I just cut it off. Don't know, can't remember. Maybe I'll get rid of the little toes as well. I don't have to cut into all of that detail. And then in between the legs, that needs to be cut out as well. Okay, let's find some ink to put on just the edges. And I have Distress Vintage Photo here. And I just want those little white pieces that I didn't cut all the way to the edges to hide that. That might show up a little bit more once I have it on the blue background. It's definitely not perfect fussy cutting here. The other thing I can do is add some stencil in here. But I will thinking this is a look at how dirty this stencil is. I need to wash my stencils again. Try to do it as I go, but you know how sometimes that is just not how it works. Okay, I might add that in the background. Let's decide on things to add. I still have this sitting here from yesterday, the tatting. Might add that in there. I do still have some of this, but I don't like that color with it. Let's get some vintage book page. And what else do I have here? There's some math. I have some fabric. Oh, I do like that with it. And I still have some of this, but I'm not sure. Oh, and I have this lying around here. Okay, let's see if what we can build up here for the little birdie to sit behind or on top. And maybe I need to put some inks on my papers as well. I do not have great scraps to work with. I should have participated in the scrap exchange on the website or the Facebook group. If you didn't see those, let's do, there was a exchange on the Facebook group for scraps, but I did not think of participating in that. Don't ask me why, but I didn't. Now I wish I did. Okay, let's just try these quickly. And let's see if I can. Oh, now I need my glass mat again. Okay, maybe we'll do the like a stencil on these. Maybe this finer one. And I'm thinking if I have mermaid, just something like that on there. And maybe this one I'll give some, maybe that one, add some water to it and see what the water does to it, and then dry this up again. Okay, that is dry. Let's just give myself some room here. I do like how that looks, but do I want that on top of that maybe? Maybe some of it this way. A little birdie. Wonder if this where the breast of the bird is not on the white. the book page. Okay, and what about this fabric? Don't know where I got this fabric, but it looks like it's part of like a sample. Whoa, okay, it's difficult to tear, but it does give a nice effect. Okay. Nope, it does not want to tear this way, so we'll just cut this way and maybe fray it. And then this way, we'll just cut here. Oh, okay. Still do not want to tear that way. Okay, let's just fray it a lot on this side. So that the blue threads come through. Okay. And some threads here, maybe we can use that. Do want that blue to show. Something like that, with some threads here on the bottom. I have them, why not use them? And I do want this kind of to sit on that darker fabric and have some of the blue showing. Okay, we'll get it right at some point. Okay, there. And I do have this. I say I don't know where I got this, can't remember. But what if we have some of this? And I just want to rough it up a little bit so it looks like I tore this as well. Maybe have this sitting here. Threads there, birdie there. Okay. And then do I want to add maybe something softer there? Yes, I do like that. And I still have, oh, I only have huge labels here. But I'm wondering perhaps something like this. I do need to do some fussy cutting for sure. Now that I've printed all the butterflies for yesterday and the birds for today, definitely need to do some fussy cutting. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is glue those two and then do the stencil. Okay, I have to take my water bottle. It makes terrible shades here. Ugh, that didn't help or work. That's the way I planned it to work. Okay, and I'm wondering if I want some walnut stain here on the edge of this one. Oops, this paper is very brittle. Oh, as you can see, I didn't want that to happen. We'll just have to puzzle it all together again. because there will be things glued on top of this paper that I just tore, but I do want the solid paper in there. Okay. But now I need to see, okay, more or less there. And let's puzzle this little piece back in there. As I say, that will be covered with the threads. Oh, it's just coming apart. So now that that has been, let's add some stenciling. And I'm wondering if I want to do some with gold. Again, I'm using the Prima metallic wax, the vintage gold here. And I don't want everything just kind of broken gold on here, you know, not solid gold. Just let's see how that looks. Doesn't really give me a nice shine there. Let's add a little bit more maybe. Okay, a little down the edge here. Okay, maybe just a swirl in here. Should have used a smaller stencil, you know, like a closer. Yeah, it's not showing up great, but we'll just go with it. And then just a little bit here. Okay. Okay, so now we'll put our pieces together again. And okay, let's glue this one. The tatting is going to be very interesting to glue on here because it is obviously just big knots and holes in there. So let's see what we can do to get glue on there. I'm using fabric tack here. Seems like I have a big fat glob there in my bottle. Okay. Fabric tack, then this one will be again interesting because it's going to be on the tatting. Oh, I want the blue part, so let's do this, and hopefully it won't bleed through the fabric. Oh, I think it is. The only thing that sometimes is it's not too bad. Sometimes annoying about fabric tack is the way it kind of bleeds through the fabric. Okay, so that's on there. Going to use the art glitter glue again to glue this because the paper is brittle. Don't think it will survive the glue stick at this point. How did I have this one? Something like that. And then we need to put this one down. Again, let's use fabric duck. Maybe get this to spread it because this is lace. Just using this, they call it a mask applicator. I bought mine on Amazon, but I know a lot of people say they find it at the dollar store. I have never found it there, and every time I go in I do look for it, but I have never found it there. So I just order mine from Amazon, and it works great. I do still think you definitely need to clean it. Don't wait too long, especially when you're using okay, wait, let me see if I can get this to glue down. Especially when you're using things like the glues, obviously it will stick. Oh, I can't get this to stay there. It wants to stick to my fingers. Okay, maybe that thread just needs to come out, or I'll just cut it off. Okay, solution. So then the bird will come here. Do we want something behind the bird? Maybe I wanted the bird on the fabric, but I think I glued the fabric the wrong way, but the bird will just sit there. Or unless I move it over this way. Suppose I can do that. Let's do it this way, but now the threads are up there. Maybe I will add some lighter threads there just for that branch to kind of not feel like it's hanging in the air. If I can get the threads to leave my fingers alone, because it's... See, I just think I need that to sit on something. So that's what we'll do. Change of plan. And let's see if I can get the threads to glue this time. Oh, see, my fingers are covered in fabric duck. That's why the threads wants to stick to my fingers. Okay. There. So the bird will sit there. Kind of on the threads. And do I want to add? Just feel like this is very bare at the moment, so let's add that in there, but I am going to just ink it up a little bit. Again with Walnut Stain to give it a nice dark edge. And I might also, just to repeat the gold a little bit, add some of the gold in there on the edge again, the gold wax. I did order some of Tim Holtz's new gold wax for Christmas, so let's see if Santa can deliver some gold wax for Christmas for me. I think he calls it foundry wax, if I'm not mistaken. I have this just sitting there. just feel like that repeats that green, and a little bit of the golden. The gold almost made a green color there on the edge. Okay, I will add that on there. Okay, it seems like my bird it's glued down or semi glued down already. Okay. And the birdie needs some glue. And maybe I'll do fabric tack because the bird will be sitting on a lot of that, or a big part of it will be sitting on the fabric. Okay, I think I need a little bit more there. Oops. And that is my birdie. I am contemplating if I should add some gold wax on the side, just here and there maybe. Okay, and that is my salvaged birds, or bird. I am changed it to just a single bird. I can't remember if it was birds or bird, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, that is my prompt for today. Again, I've made a big fat mess. Took me quite some time yesterday to clean up after my video, and I think it's going to be the same today. Just bring in the camera a little bit. Sorry for that. So you can see a bit better, like all the markings there. I do like all of that. I know I covered most of it, but I do like the layered effect and how this turned out. Again, now that I look in the camera, that might be too dark, the background, but you know, this is a learning curve for me. Maybe I should have added more white threads behind my bird as well there. Anyway, that is hindsight. I hope you enjoyed watching my process. Please go watch the other people taking part in Dephemerember. I watched Cindy from Studio Lou, her butterfly prompt from yesterday, and she made a absolutely beautiful journaling card. Go watch that video. I'm going to link it in the description box if you are interested to see what she did. I just loved it. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you again tomorrow for another prompt of Dephemerember. Can't find my prompt list in my mess at the moment, but it is day 2. There was yesterday and today, and I will hope you have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.